What the hell?
We are live.
Holy hell. Explain who we are and what we're doing.
I want to make sure it works. I want to make sure it's
with the sound
100% working. New live streaming. Hang on. Switch your camera. We're really sorry for the boring start.
This is not boring.
However, something went wrong. We're in. Oh, we are in. We're back. We're back live on YouTube. I mean, I did nothing. He worked it all out.
What are we doing?
Right, welcome to this week's edition of the FIFA Ramble podcast. My name is Rory Calhoun.
I'm Alexi.
And we are going to be playing some FIFA 18 and talking about this week's football.
Doesn't it feel like we're on the set of Wayne's World?
It does. It does. I quite like that.
Yeah.
I quite like it. Has that got more glary?
That's just gone brighter. I think it's falling down. Because look, that looks like look.
It looks like
the angel.
It looks like the angel Gabriel is coming down. I'm gonna have to make. Excuse me. I mean, I'm professional. How's that?
It's still the same. The sunlight's killing me.
Huh?
No, still glaring.
Yeah.
Still glare.
I literally have that or that.
No, that's better. No, that's one. Oh, yeah. Phew. You almost killed me then.
Apologies. I'm just throwing out some things. Right, yeah. So, lighting issues. We've never had them before. We've had sound issues. I've never had this.
And we're actually playing FIFA 18. That's right. That's what we're doing. Madness, I say. Madness. Right, I'm going to take these out now.
You need to take them out? I mean, you lasted a long time. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I'm moving this way. She's in.
She's in.
Well, thanks. I do apologise, but you know, social media is a beast that needs to be fed regularly.
He's very fucking hungry as well.
He is extremely hungry. So
right, let's crack in then.
I'm using.
What game do you want to play?
I'm reusing the old Karate Kid. Oh, should we look ahead? Who am I? Am I home or away? I'm away, am I?
Yeah.
Okay. No, let's do tonight. Let's do Burnley Newcastle.
Okay, I'll be Burnley.
I'll be Newcastle then.
There we go.
Right, we are in. I can't believe this is working. This is the best. It's.
Come on, Dyche. You won't leave Burnley. You'll stay the course.
Think?
I can't imagine anywhere else. Can you?
I really hope he doesn't leave Burnley because I think.
No,
let's have a change.
No.
I just need to make.
I can't see him anywhere else. Do you think that a change will do him a world of good?
There is. I'm bringing Mitrovic. I'm definitely playing Gale.
Of course you want.
I'm bringing Gale on, and I'm playing Mitrovic in the hole. What I like about, we've spoken about it before. What I like about Burnley is that they went down, and they stayed the course. You know, they didn't.
When's John Walters been at Burnley?
This season, he joined.
Just this season.
Yeah, just this season. Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, no, just this season. I thought he was quite a good signing. For that level of club, I think he's really good. Henri Survey, he's a man after my heart.
Oh, Henri Survey. Is he still there?
Yeah, I know, I thought that. Marino's not playing. Henri Survey, he's what a player.
Off the cuff, where's Bebe now?
Oh, I don't know. He did join Benfica for a while. I don't think he's there anymore.
And Overtime?
Oh, is he? He's not still at Newcastle, is he?
No, he's certainly not. Get in the guard, 68. Well, not that.
I'm going to this in a while. Is it going to come up?
Yeah, so I think Sean Dyche should just stay put.
I would like to see Sean Dyche stay put. I think I don't know. I mean, we've spoken about this before. I think Sean Dyche is a very good manager.
I wrote him as well.
And he's a good. I thought you were persevering then.
I can't. Now you're starting.
Yeah, now I'm going back. I'm going back in.
What?
I'm steamed up already.
You can't do that.
I'm steamed up already. I'm going to
ridiculous. Outrageous. So yeah, maybe it's a case of leaving a hero other than a villain sort of thing.
Yeah.
Stay in the cause.
I think he's a good manager. I think he's actually a lot better than he gets credit for.
He gets credit.
He
gets credit.
But I think we've spoken about it. I genuinely do think that if he looked like Mancini and not like a Hale and Pace character.
Yeah, that's the same thing as. That's the same thing as any footballer. What would Luke Chadwick's career have been like? If that's the case.
I'm still waiting.
Where is he now?
Oh, he was at MK Dons for a long old time. Who I only found out the other day, sacked Carl Robinson. And it was actually, when you look at when they sacked him, I know I'm way late to the party on this, but he's, had 6 games, I think it was 6 games where he got losing run. But for everything that man did to that bloody club, to lose 6 games in the sack, that's disgusting. I know I'm late to that particular party.
But
bring on
still relevant.
Big up Charlton.
Oh shit. Oh,
post. Oh, get
These
it.
kits are not working right now.
Oh!
You're not being a Heaton's mess there. Can't do it. There he is, claimed. Oh,
go. Right. Should we do a roundup?
Let's do let's start with a roundup, shall we?
Should we do a roundup? First game
we saw you were up a tree.
I was up a tree at the time.
I actually saw it, and I was I was completely underwhelmed by this game. It's United 1, Spurs 0. I'll just do this to you.
Yeah, I mean that was a great picture, wasn't it?
With a Poch in the background.
Pochettino. It was. If anyone is following us on Instagram at the FIFA Ramble, which you should be, because we work hard on that Instagram. It's worth following, even if we do say so ourselves. But we posted a picture. Yeah, there's a great picture after the game of Jose stood. He found the nearest camera.
Yeah.
He just looked for the nearest camera and just held his finger to his lips in a shushing sort of motion. And Pochettino stood behind him with a scowl on his face. And I thought, brilliant, best picture of the weekend.
Yeah.
It was outdone. But
by what?
We'll get on. By the picture of Roy the Boy Hodgson celebrating and Slaven Bilic about to hit the ground with his head in his hands in despair.
Yeah.
That's one hell of a photo. Predictable. Come on, John. I've watched the game back. I've watched it in full now. It wasn't the prettiest of performances, but it did the job. And when Mourinho sets out his side like that and they get the result like that, then it's warranted. Because
look, I got no problem with Mourinho. I think he's exactly what you need there for that time. And it's a hell of a coup for United to get him. So I think it's a great signing overall. Look what he's done. He's in 2 seasons, for Christ's sake.
Look at what
is anyone against him?
There's a little bit of disharmony to a certain extent.
Because with the way that he acts in terms of doing the shushy Mourinho thing, you gotta think about him.
I think with Mourinho, anyone who's sensible, United fan-wise, that I'm talking, knows that he's the perfect manager for the club.
Yeah.
He's not like the swashbuckling sort of attacking manager.
Roy
Ferguson.
Hodgson.
Yeah, he wasn't. Ferguson. Ferguson, albeit rightly so, is looked at through rose-tinted glasses because he won a hell of a lot of the club. However, people forget that he was also pragmatic at points, and he would set teams up. Look at the Champions League semi-finals against Barcelona.
Mm-hmm.
It was literally the whole setup there was to stop Barcelona and hit them on the break. And they did it. And we scored from that Paul Scholes rocket. And went through to the final, which we then won. And Ronaldo missed a penalty. I just don't understand. Well, I can understand, that's the wrong turn of phrase, but, because people like seeing attacking football. However, you attack every single game and you go out like that and you end up getting beaten a lot of the time.
John Joe just pillaged him. I'm not going to say the R word, but it totally was.
Well, look, I got
ruined him.
That's what you do with John.
That's the R word. Ruined him.
Yeah, you don't end up like Pardew. But yeah,
who's in line for a job right now?
Yeah, well, when you're Alan Pardew, you're never far away from a new job.
Well, yeah, it's the carousel, isn't it?
Yeah,
just pick one around and go for it. So yeah, that's that. Arsenal did almost. That was quite keen on the 1-0 startup goal. It's like they give their opponents a goal, then they just get back into it.
Ozil getting another assist.
That result though signifies a lot. Like I think a changing of the tide. Same way they did against Everton last week. It was great to see. They destroyed them. This week it was. I think it signifies like a decent winning mentality, which is going to be really interesting if they keep that type of thing going without buckling.
Yeah, they were the problem
because that's a Man United-esque sort of performance, and it's like grind out.
Well, that's what you do. I mean, at the end of it, it's like people say all the time, and it's great at the time to win, 5-0 and have a blinder of a game. But at the end of the season, do those 5-0s get you more points at the end of the season than by winning by a 1-goal margin? No. No one cares. If you win the league title, no one's going to say, "Oh, well, you won it," but you did. Yeah. You won every single game 1-0. Oh, John. It was nice to see FIFA Ramble favourite Kolasinac.
Yeah, big fan. The Ox, the new Ox.
What a player he is.
He's beautiful, isn't he?
I bloody love him. He's exactly the sort of player that I like.
Rugged,
dreamy eyes, nice hair. That's all I look for. I look for nice hair and broad shoulders. That's what I look for in my footballers.
Broad shoulder.
And he's a great player. I mean, what a fantastic signing for free.
He's glorious, is what he is. No one says anything. Don't have to. He just cracks on, does his own thing.
Yeah, and what I quite like about him, again, one of my favourite things about footballers is I quite like the idea that it's either going to be they're going to score or they're going to get sent off. I quite like that little mix because he's a tank of a player.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. He is a tank of a player.
Is that where you like what's his name up front for Newcastle as well, Mitrovic? I
do like Mitrovic. I do.
A bit of controversy, don't you?
I do. It's the same reason that when I was growing up, I watched a lot of wrestling and I hated Hulk Hogan, like with a passion. I couldn't stand him until he went Hollywood Hulk Hogan, and then I loved him. And that's why I wanted
a bit of rough.
I do. I love a bit of rough. That's why I always wanted Wile E. Coyote to eat the Roadrunner.
You think there's someone in the archives who actually catched it?
Hopefully. Off topic, but it's why I don't like Anthony Joshua.
pretty much off topic.
Yeah.
Because he's too clean cut.
He just seems too nice and clean cut. He looks like someone that your mum would like.
What if you brought Anthony Joshua home?
If I brought Anthony Joshua
and
home,
you want to be a bit
I
rebellious,
think my mum would be like, "Oh, what a nice guy."
And you don't want that.
No, I want Tyson Fury.
You don't want Tyson Fury.
Everyone wants Tyson Fury. Gypsy King. We're going way off topic here.
Well, your mum's watching.
We're going to be talking about Stuart.
I'm interested. Your mum's.
Mum, if I brought Anthony Joshua home,
who would you prefer?
Him,
Tyson.
Him, or Tyson Fury?
Tyson
That's
Fury.
the question. It's again why. Go on, John. It's why I love.
Oh right.
Fabulous. Oh, thanks. Ignore the questions.
Probably best. Probably open the can of worms.
I'm bringing on Murphy. J Murph, I'm bringing on.
Shit, winning 2. So yeah, the Mitrovic is your.
I think he's one shy, Mitrovic, of being a FIFA Ramble favourite.
Do you think we should do units of like rough, like Mitrovic? How many on the Mitrovic level?
Well, we got the BMs, haven't we, for
We have got
transfers?
Blaise Matuidi.
Trade patent pending.
Yeah, well, yeah, we got that.
We got that. We said that on live.
Oh, Falvo, you know you want it.
I don't need to. I'll just tackle you legally. Yeah, Mitrovic. He's probably one step off FIFA Ramble favourite, isn't he?
He needs a few more controversial moments, I feel. But I understand where you're coming from.
Oh, do you know what Newcastle lack on this? I'd be winning right now if I had a bit more shoulder.
But more John, well, yeah. Or I mean, will be generally.
Yeah. Or if I just had a few more instances that was bad. Of Jonge just outside the penalty area. He's well grounded, is Josh.
This is it. This is a man.
Well, we don't like these sportsmen. We like sportsmen who will not shake your hand, they'll headbutt you.
Yeah. Well,
Too cocky in the ring and you're a kid cruising for a bruising. Ooh.
Oh, well. So, she'd love it if you brought Anthony Joshua home.
She would, I think. I'm going to.
One day, you'll see.
Yeah. Let's have a quick look at what we're going to play next, shall we?
Fair dues. Let's go on to Roy. That seemed smiley, wouldn't it?
But Roy Hodgson had a great day, didn't he? He had a lovely day.
He had the time of his life.
Oh, do you want to play
Some weed.
Could do. Basel CSKA?
Deal. Who do you want to be?
I'll go Basel. Oh, hang on, I'm away, so I'm CSKA.
Right. I'll be Basel.
Yeah, Roy the boy had a great time.
He had a wonderful day out, didn't he? Roy's big day out, they're calling it.
He had a lovely time.
He had a wonderful time.
Do you reckon Slaven in his 2 games to save his job?
Would you prefer to go for a pint?
Oh my God, we picked the wrong one here.
Slaven or Roy? Who'd you like to go for a pint with?
Roy.
What's your
I'm going to
pick
go
his brains a bit?
Yeah, I think Roy Hodgson is one who I don't think he gets as much credit as he deserves.
No, I'm a big fan of Roy. I like his jib. I like how it's cut. Yeah. It's cut very nicely.
It is cut nicely.
He's very knowledgeable.
Mm.
You could have a nice chat with him about tactics.
You could. I think he's a very good coach.
Yeah, he is.
He's a proper coach, and that's why I like Roy the boy.
Do you think old school managers are dying out in the game now? Though?
Yeah,
I think it's a time where, like everyone says, to bring in stability with your big Sams if you're Everton, that type of thing. Yeah. They're going backwards or being stagnating in that way of mentality when the game's moved on.
Mm.
It's a far cry from getting a British English manager in or whatever the fuck that means. It's far gone that.
Yeah,
it's different games.
Well, it is. The game has moved on a lot, and the fact of the matter is that people can say until they're blue in the face that British managers aren't getting a chance. When you look at it, they are. A lot of the time, they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
not up to task. It's not shit.
The big one is when Hull took Silver on, and
that's a huge coup.
And Merson
slagging him off there.
Yeah, and Tomo were slagging him off, saying, "I just don't understand why they can't bring in a British manager." Get it? Yes. You know, I'm saying our British managers weren't given a chance. Well, Paul Merson was, and he did fucking nothing.
Tony Adams.
Some British managers, I'm not saying all, but some British managers have been given far too many.
Not naming any names.
Yeah, they've been given far too many chances as it is. We're jumping ahead a bit, but Joey Barton's comments.
I know you're a big fan of Joey.
I do like Joey.
I enjoy his way of thinking. Like, he's a trier, Joey, and he says exactly what he's thinking. That's refreshing. That doesn't really happen very often.
No.
And like, there's not too many footballers who've got that capacity. Is that a nice way of putting it?
Well, I think
he's a bit of a thinker, and I enjoy that. You know, he's into his philosophy.
Yeah, well, a lot of football, they're too media trained. That's a lot of the issue. You know, in that, that's why when someone jumps out with something different, especially like, you know, obviously, you've got to look at like social media accounts and stuff like that. Now, as we have talked about many times, we do like Mesut Ozil. However, his social media is obviously run by someone who's paid to run his social media.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would to a certain extent, but then you get someone like Mendy, who runs his own. Ooh. This is ridiculous. I keep hitting that post. Mendy obviously runs his own Twitter account, and he's made. He's funny. You
can do both, though. I think.
Oh, you can. It becomes very obvious.
Yeah.
So when you get a footballer or anyone in general who they come out of nowhere almost, and they show a bit of their personality and they're a bit different, it strikes a chord with a lot of people. And I think Joey Barton was more, but is one of those people in that. Regardless, he's never ignored. You know,
no, there'll always be something. And look, his comments. It was this morning, wasn't it? Was it this morning?
What? No, it was yesterday.
Yesterday, was it? Okay. Oh, about Unsworth being glorified.
Yeah, it was on.
In the nicest possible way. That's generally like how a lot of people feel.
Yeah, for those who didn't see it, David Unsworth.
Oh no, what's his name? The guy,
Mr. Bates, from Downton Abbey, was criticised by Joey Barton, and Joey Barton was on when the goal kick. Nice. Yeah. Joey Barton was commentating yesterday on Leicester versus Everton for TalkSport, and he, amongst other things, said that he's a glorified PE teacher.
I think he was on this morning as well.
He very well might have. But yeah, during the game, the point which struck me, there was 2 points. One, he said that David Unsworth is in too bad shape to be telling anyone how to train. He said that if he was a footballer, if he had him as, if he was his coach, and he said, right, you got to work hard, you got to train, you got to do this, that, and the other. He's like, I wouldn't have listened to him because I'd taken one look at him and thought, you can't even look after yourself, mate. Why don't you go train? You need it more than I do. And it showed a lack of discipline. And I thought, well, you could sort of, we can argue. Lovely. Lovely. People can argue that, whatever. But if Joe Barton said
in that game at that level, I can see where it's coming from. I still think it's pretty harsh because you don't know his background. It could be something medically wrong, or
there could be.
But I totally understand. it's tough for young players to actually respect the people who are telling what to do with managers, because it takes a while for them to understand the concept of where they've been, what they play with in a different generation of a different time. I feel like with Mark Hughes,
yeah,
if there's a youngster coming through at Stoke, which you don't know what he's done and where he's played, would you respect him as much?
Yeah, it is. It's interesting. Apparently, he's like,
because we're at that age now where we respect the fact that what I don't know, fucking Zizou does, you know, and other people wouldn't have potentially seen him live, you know.
Yeah, exactly. We
were lucky enough to see him.
Yeah,
play.
we watched Zidane in his prime. Yeah, I see what like because Barton criticised Unsworth as a player as well. He said being an Everton, he said, was a Everton season ticket holder, and he was like, all he used to do was tackle, pass it, hit it down the wing, tackle, hit it down the wing. Oh,
but
he said he was an uninspiring player because they were talking about. They said at one point, I think it was Sam Matterface who was doing the commentary, said, "Do you think he deserves the job full time?" And he said, "Well, why would he? What's he done to deserve it?" He's like, "What's he done?" He's like, "He hasn't managed anyone over the age of 22. He hasn't actually done anything at that level anyway to suggest that he deserves a bigger chance." He's like, he's not earned his stripes, as it were. He said he hasn't gone down. Like Kevin Nolan. I read an interesting article yesterday about Kevin Nolan about how he dropped down the leagues to take over at, where was he? He was Leyton Orient, he was player manager. And then he left under a bit of a cloud because the owner was a dick, apparently. I can't remember better. Yeah, just a dick.
Mate, you're a dick.
And was saying that he, basically telling Nolan, this is the team they're playing Saturday. And Nolan refused. And was just like, I'm going to pick the team. And it didn't work out. And now he's at Notts County and they're top of the league. But he said that he went down to that level because he wants to earn. And he was very open, and the owner's open as well, saying, look, I won't stand in your way if a bigger club come in and you want to leave. It's a very open sort of attitude in that he's literally just saying, I'm here because they're the right level for me now. But I have, don't get me wrong, I have
everything. You're saying it's everything Ryan Giggs should be trying to do right now.
Basically, yeah. And Joey Barton was saying the same about Unsworth. He was like, Everton are a massive Premier League club. What the hell? Why does David Unsworth think that he deserves that role simply because he's been... now, that is one side of the coin in that he hasn't done anything. However, I would then argue the case that also Pep Guardiola hadn't done anything.
I would say that situation...
I think he won stuff at youth level.
Is an Everton old boys club, basically, is what's going on there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, British rah and all that shit. Come on.
But he's English. He's English. He's Everton.
Chubby.
Yeah,
he's Everton. He's blue through and through.
Someone on, I can't remember what Twitter account it was, but they said that David Unsworth looks like the sort of man that downs gravy for fun.
Which goes to avocado.
Which I thought was apt. But yeah, I thought Barton was spot on. I really did. I thought, okay, we all want to see young British managers getting a chance. We want to see young managers getting a chance. Now, that's fine. So why is that only got to be in the Premier League?
Fuck off, Akinfev.
He's having a blind. Why is that just in the Premier League? Why is it that when people say, "Oh, British managers aren't getting a chance," they are. They're just
fucking up
Premier League. Well, Premier League clubs aren't appointing. I got serious then. British managers, what I can assume when people say, oh, British managers aren't given the chance, is that they just mean they're not giving a shit. They're not giving Premier League jobs out, left, right and centre as though they're fucking candy on Halloween. Because, yeah, I know, topical.
I enjoy the fact
that... too, like Nolan did. Get your opportunities at a lower level. Why does it have to be Premier League or Championship clubs that are expected to oh, well, you know, why don't you give a British manager a chance? Okay. Well, what British manager a chance? The fucking Leicester job. Albeit, I thought Puel was a weird choice for the club. I'm not saying he's not a bad manager. I think
he's perfect, you know, because no one's going to batter an eye, and that's the type of managerial assignment that you actually need, isn't it?
Oh,
if he does the job, he's going to keep him up, whatever. Like, that's it. He's going to do that. He's going to be a bit defensive. He's the right man for that particular job.
Well, he's really hard done by Southampton. I just thought he was a weird.
He was, yeah.
I thought it was a strange mix for the club. That's all. But my point being that when that appointment was made, there were again the usual, you know, Brexit Britain noises of British managers should be given a chance. What, you mean like Shakespeare? Who was given the chance and didn't, you know, and didn't do well enough and lost the job. A British manager was given the chance. Who has come in and replaced the British manager who had no experience, who was the assistant manager. Now, because they've appointed Puel and they haven't given Appleton the job, apparently they're not giving British managers a chance. Well, they just sacked the British manager who wasn't doing well enough at all. So I just don't get it.
I enjoy how Giggs is always in the mix. Like, Phil Neville was in the mix for this job as well, for fuck's sake.
Phil Neville needs to shut his fucking mouth, I'm telling you.
You can't be active on and throw comments like on Twitter and expect to be in already. I'm sure it's not his doing, you know.
No.
But look, if talking about the Everton job, for example, like Big Sam would probably be a good fit for him. Although I do feel like he's very sheepish since disappearing from the England job. But this could be good for him. Saying that, I think he's in a really good position. He doesn't need anything, does he? And he can say, okay, I'll take the end of the season. I'll take it if I do well. That's fine. Pay it. Like, it's a job, basically. I think he's looking at things for a job. Like the same way he did at, where was he? What was his last job? Crystal Palace, was it?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, did a job because he was a bit embarrassed, but he's a foot back in the door of football management.
Yeah.
And he could just use it as that sort of job, as that step up. Maybe if he doesn't. That's a good fucking part-time thing, isn't it? Work for a year or two, then he's off for a bit, That's a great position to be in.
Well, it's the same as being a club that goes up and down from leagues. There was a point where the parachute payments dropped down into from the Premier League into the Championship, get paid out over a certain amount of years. I think it's over 5 years. When you get promoted, I know Sky promoted as the $100 million game or whatever it is, which is just nonsense. It's hyperbole because it's not. That's not the case. It's you get paid a set amount, and then over the course of 5 or 6 years, you get paid more and more in payments. If you go up and down, like West Brom were in a habit once of just constantly coming up, going down, coming up, going down, coming up. They got paid more money from doing that than clubs for finishing 5th. QPR earn more money coming up to the Premier League, going down to the Championship, coming back up, and then going down again. They earned more money from those 4 years than they would have done if they'd finished 12th in the Premier League.
Isn't it? Luckily, it paid off. Well, sort of paid off them. But look, they made a cracking 4-year plan documentary.
That's one hell of a documentary.
Why are there more like that?
That would be
because it gives too many detail behind the curtain.
Yeah, that was one hell of a documentary. Another one I quite liked, if we're talking football documentaries. It's a long time ago. It's called Premier Passions, I believe, and it was following Peter Reid's Sunderland when they came up to the Premier League. It's on YouTube. It's like a 6-part. I know she's still hanging on. I could see it. Napoli City.
Yes.
You're Napoli.
Score. How very fitting.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's. I'm reading.
Look, nothing's going to surprise you in terms of the managerial setup, don't you? For now.
Silver's captain.
Yeah, of course it is. Got this horrible green.
I'm sticking with my
otherwise, Liverpool, Huddersfield, blah, blah, blah. Who's going to finish higher? Everton or Liverpool?
Just banter. You've got to say, can you imagine it would be Liverpool at this point? Stones
Yeah.
on the bench.
No, Unsworth will get him promoted. He'll get for the Champions League.
It's why haven't Man City got that?
Yeah, because calm down. Don't worry about it. We'll look out. What else happened? Watford Stoke. Bit of scuffles.
Yeah, Deeney's been.
Is he got enough edge for you, Dean?
He's got a bit too much.
He's just bullied.
He's like a bit too much.
He's like that.
It was. See, I don't like
Cajones.
Yeah, he's. What the worst thing about the Deeney thing was not even grabbing Joe Allen by the throat. That's bad enough because that was just bullying. I mean, Jesus.
Joe Allen.
I know. If that was in a pub, you'd all be like, "Why are you picking on him?" Like, because Deeney would murder him.
Absolutely.
You know, he would absolutely destroy him. But the worst part about it was Deeney being all smiley about it. Wasn't he? Yeah. He's a right smiley twat about it, which I didn't appreciate, nor did I enjoy.
Yeah, but he's a wind-up, isn't he? Let me wind up.
Get on that.
Oh!
Lovely.
Score. Rumble. Peel. Easy peel.
Oh!
Oh, we got a Gormley in.
Gormley's in. Yeah, Gormley, I'm interested. Oh, that would have been lovely. Everton definitely lower than Liverpool. But what will be closest? Liverpool to the top or Everton to the bottom? Gormley, mate.
Gormley.
This is why we continue. Literally, Gormley's the reason we're still doing Facebook
You're
Lives.
a wild man.
Gormley never disappoints.
Touche, Gormley, touche. One air douche.
I think that what will happen with Everton now, depending on their next manager,
Unsworth.
The problem.
Unsworth. Big Dunk.
If they stick, yeah.
Billionaire Boys Club.
That's another thing I like about Joey Barton. When he went, "What's Ferguson doing?" And Sam Matterface was just like, "Oh, well, he works in the coaching staff." And he's like, "Does he? What does he do?" He was like, "Is everyone just too scared to tell him that he's not employed by Everton?" He's like, "Well, he's always there." He was like, "He's there with every manager. I don't know what he does."
Yeah, you tell Doug. You start your first day. He's just sat on the same desk as you. Would you? He'd just look at you angrily and eat a sandwich.
Yeah, I wouldn't. No.
Yeah, he's employed. He used to bully the hell out of everyone, didn't he?
Yeah, including members of the public. Oh,
Jimmy Bullard.
Yeah, but we've all wanted to bully Jimmy Bullard at one point in our lives, haven't we? Oh, it's all gone a bit serious. Oh, that was
He's
stunning.
got the Cagliari.
That was stunning.
He's got the Cagliari. We're playing Napoli, Man City.
Napoli, Man City.
Napoli, Man
Which
City.
brings us on to West Brom, Man City.
West Brom, Man City.
I have a...
Rocking.
Yeah, there's no glasses. There's nothing in them. They're just...
Yeah.
She's wants to go... Wait, we're talking about my family life on stream. We can't. We'll discuss this later. We're going trick or treating tomorrow.
Yeah, we are.
We were discussing.
Can we go to like a rich part?
There's loads around here, honestly. Yeah. The worst part about it is you don't want to go to rich houses because they're snobby, and you'll end up having mint humbugs.
Yeah, true.
If you go to these ones,
you know where to go, right?
Yeah, we went last year and we ended up with shitloads.
Sweet.
Come on, free kick.
No.
Yeah, no. Calm down, Sergio. We're going to get Kevin on this, son.
I'm a bit annoyed that Aguero did not start. On the pitch.
Yeah, Carroll's going to come on. I was more annoyed. You expected it, though. When you saw him play 120 minutes against Wolves, who, I don't really talk about Wolves. Can we talk about Wolves? What? I'm so excited to see Wolves in the Premier League next season. I really hope they get promoted because they're such a good club. They got a nice history, but also
a lovely logo.
They very, you know, their ownership and the way that they're being structured at the minute is very interesting.
What's the deal with them?
George Mendes is involved in them. Pick that. It's your mate. It's your boy, cunt. Ranieri's first day at Chelsea sacked Wilkins and backroom staff without even talking to them. Well, the Tinker Man. That's what the Tinker Man will do. He'll have a tinker.
Wilkins.
But yeah, Wolves. They've been bought by someone who, as far as I may get this wrong, but as far as Mendes is one of his mates, essentially, someone he's been involved with in helping get players for on previous clubs, has bought Wolves, and Mendes is involved in it in that he's basically dealing with the recruitment at Wolves. That's how they end up with Neves. Is it Neves or Neves in midfield?
Yeah.
Who Real Madrid were rumoured to be interested in because he's a young, dynamic central midfielder. He's got one hell of a pass on him. His passing is unbelievable. If anyone hasn't seen him this season at Wolves, yeah, I'll take it.
That's bad. I know, it's bad. Koulibaly.
Wow, I thought that was a red. Yeah, just
that's an interesting way of doing it then.
Yeah, that's
so knows what Mendes is on there.
They brought in I can't remember who their striker is. They brought in a striker up front on loan from from the Portuguese league, and they've got a lot of players who basically what they've done is players who want to play in the Premier League, but Mendes is their agent, and he said, "Well, you're not going to get a Premier League club now. However, we're building this thing at Wolves, so go to Wolves." He's got them to go there, these are players that would never in a million years have even considered going to Wolves. But he's got them there. There's a lot of money behind this club. If they get up to the Premier League, you're going to have a lot of young, talented players playing on the biggest stage in England. Who've been playing together for a year already. And then you're going to add other young, talented players. He's basically using Mendes, as a feeder club for every other top club in Europe. So he's getting all these young, talented. Yeah, so instead of these young, talented players going to, say, United and getting a game here and there, playing Carabao Cup, or going on loan, he's basically selling them to the club. Yeah. That they would have gone on loan to.
Flag. So it's a perfect little back scratching
basically
deal.
Yeah. I'm not, it's all a bit not dodgy as such, but it's like Chelsea used.
It's a way to get around.
Yeah, well, Chelsea used Vitesse as basically
that's even
under
more,
21.
That's dodgier anyway.
Yeah, they use them as their under 21 league. Basically, they are just a feeder club for Chelsea. So they take loads. I think they've got 4. There's 4 Chelsea players that I know of this season at Vitesse. Go on, no.
Massive deflection.
For the keeper. But yeah, Wolves would be very interesting. They held Man City very well in the Carabao. But yeah, Man City, the score, flattered West Brom, didn't it? Let's be honest. Have you seen any of the game?
Can you see Ancelotti? It's very Everton heavy.
It is very Everton heavy, but that's what's in the news. What's in the news. Stuart Pearce certainly can see Ancelotti at Everton. Stuart Pearce said,
and he got betting adverts to do.
He has. He's busy managing the England under-21 there.
Yeah. Oh, come on, now, that's 2. Bullshit.
Yeah, Stuart Pearce says that Everton are not too small of a club for
Carlo
Ancelotti. Carlo Ancelotti would be perfectly. It's never finished myself there. Would be happy at Everton, and he's not too big to manage them, which I think is you can imagine.
Being a bit panto, I would quite like it if Rafa Benitez went there.
Oh, do I prefer that than Rafa Benitez? Brendan Rodgers. Imagine Brendan Rodgers as Everton manager.
That would be phenomenal. Fucking hell.
Earned his chance at Celtic. Comes back. That would be like one of my favourite things. And he's also really
Come on.
No,
Unbelievable.
the refs on this game, they give you fuck all. I'm telling you, you got to pretty much.
Jesus Christ.
You pretty much got to stab a player to get a free kick.
Basically, Arden.
I've had
Arden in the A.
It's very Kevin Spacey-esque.
Stop R me at the back. I don't like it.
No,
I don't consent to it. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's non-consensual.
Oh. The Bernardo of the Silva brothers. Oh! We're getting very into FIFA.
Yeah, no, right. Yeah.
We need some more from Gormley. Gormley saw us. Oh! Testing you.
I'm not happy with this R. Right.
Oh, company. Pepe Reina, big Pep. But no, I mean, Ancelotti is
Fucking hell, Ancelotti.
Where would Ancelotti go?
Anywhere with high caliber, for Christ's sake.
I'm gonna throw it out there early. Well, not that early, but I'm gonna throw it out there now. I think he'll be AC Milan manager again.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Like next season, if not before the end of this season, because AC aren't doing particularly well.
But they've got the players.
They've got the players, and it would be the equivalent of Harry Redknapp coming back to West Ham. That level of godlike genius coming back, club legend, coming back. But no, I mean, that's just a pipe dream now, isn't it? Harry's taking over.
I don't know. You keep the dream alive sometimes.
I would love that, but it's either going to be
Harry for Scotland,
or my personal favourite, which would be my dream managerial appointment right now, is Harry taking over at England Ladies. Just because I can imagine him bringing it, then bringing his first call ups in to get it all cleared, and then like, Harry, none of these are women. Half of them aren't even English. Yeah, I know, but they're terrific. They're terrific, lads. They're terrific.
Dress him up, he'll be fine.
They're terrific.
Yeah, as a woman. Nico.
Yeah. You got Higuain up front. He's a great player.
Peter Crouch is a woman.
Yeah. I reckon Crouch would be up for it.
I think he would, yeah. He'd be fucking ugly woman.
Well, yeah, he's a fucking ugly man, to be fair. Aguero, no.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Napoli, actually. This is a good football city.
Yeah,
they're very, very good. Unbeaten.
Yeah.
Oh, this is why.
Oh!
Offside.
Controversial. But Higuain's got a brace, as Mesut says.
Yeah. He got a brace.
He scored his 100th goal in Italy.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was on his 100th.
That's incredible, really.
It is really good, isn't it? Oh, for fuck's sake. Come on, give it.
No.
Fucking
Nothing.
hell.
Nothing.
Right, well hard then. I'm happy. Right, you're 2-1 up on game. Fair enough. Who do you think will take Serie A?
I still think Juve. I think Juve are very... Napoli are doing extremely well.
They've got a terrific squad there. Terrific. Who is it all, Larry?
They have got a terrific squad. They have. It's...
We go local. Cardiff City doing fine, but on a grander scale.
This is, very local to us. Barrytown ladies have reached... I've forgotten what they've reached. They have reached the semi-finals of the South Wales FA Ladies Cup. They play 5 games. They've got 5 victories. They're flying. Up the town. Up the town. I can't see further than Thursday. Right, quick check-in. Burnley Newcastle is 0-0 at the minute. There's been 1 shot on target for 27 minutes in. Inter are beating Verona as well. What should we do now?
Cardiff City Ipswich now.
We could do. I'm not averse to that. Sunderland Bolton. Jesus Christ, Sunderland Bolton. Who's going to win that? They're terrible.
Ugh. Build.
They are awful. So, let's have a look at Thursday. There's some Europa League games. There's always a good one there. Could do Leon Everton. Yeah, I'll go Everton away. So Everton. That's not good for me.
Have you been keeping track of French football?
I have. I managed to catch the second half of PSG versus... Who did they play?
Was it Lyon, did you say? Or Marseille?
Yeah, Lyon. Who did PSG? Nice. PSG played Nice on Friday night. And
Nice.
I managed to watch a little bit of it. I went out for a meal with my lovely wife.
Where did you die?
But I got home. We went to GBK, Gourmet Burger Kitchen, on Friday night. Saturday, that was. Saturday. Voucher. 3 courses each. I had a mocktail, as I do occasionally. The wife had 2 glasses of Prosecco included in the meal. And we had like a starter off set menu, £6.95.
Shut up.
£6.95. The tip was more than the meal.
What the hell? That is phenomenal. What is that on? Not promoting it, but
it's on... I can't remember what it was on now.
It's bloody marvellous.
But it's good.
And was the food...
Right, Calvert-Lewin's coming on. We're playing fucking Sandro. Like Unsworth should be.
Unsworth is... Basically, you know what on the last Ramble I said about the man of the match pundits doing their own startup for Everton? He copied that completely. He did the exact same formation with the exact same players.
Yeah.
To the point. But I think that is a mega case of
this is
lads, the Everton lads listening to each other and then deciding what's best to go from there.
Unsworth is, trying to a certain extent. He is trying to do things a certain way.
You know who his priority was? Barkley. Sign him up. 5 years.
Yeah.
Get him signed. Local lad, local player. I don't think it's a case of Ross Barkley. Well, I don't really see him necessarily wanting to sign.
Well, the thing is with Everton is we're back on him again. However, it's ridiculous.
Bloody Everton. Top bins.
But it's very Everton heavy. This seems to be the case a lot of the time with our podcasts. They go one way or the other.
Yeah, but it's topical.
It's topical. What I can't work out with this Barkley shit is why, when you look at a team that is so ram full. This is, I mean, let's get in a reader's wives. Gormley-saurus. We need you interacting here, mate. Top 3 things to have gone wrong at Everton was his heading.
No striker, Jordan Pickford, and the entire back row of defence.
Man,
how was that?
Yeah, I mean,
Agree,
that
disagree?
defence, the problem I read somewhere. Who was it? It was Ted. It was Knutson. He said, he did a post and he said that the thing that you have with Everton is that there's no pace, and there's no pace anywhere. That is especially
and that's why they got Lennon.
Yeah, Lennon, if nothing else, and I've always been a fan of Aaron Lennon as a player. As a man, I think he's wonderful as well. But that's one thing that I would. But it's now become extremely, as far as I'm concerned, it's very, very evident that Leighton Baines is finished as a top flight footballer. At a certain level. He's just
struggled with injury, man.
He's struggled with injury, but he's done a Wayne Rooney in that one of his big points. Okay, the set pieces was the big thing with him. That was his forte. He hasn't got the ability anymore to be charging up and down the line.
No.
He hasn't got the pace, and his game needs to be modified.
Does he have that much pace though?
He had a lot more than he did now. He's got nothing. He's literally got nothing. Now, I'm not saying he was ever Kyle Walker. Maybe I was being a bit harsh saying his career's finished. If they continue to use him in the way that they're trying to use him,
how else can he play? Can he?
Yes. He's gone. He's up there with the fence.
What were we saying? Leighton Baines.
Yeah, I don't think Leighton Baines is being used. I think he'd be better in a Monreal way that they played him this season.
I was going to say, why don't they do that and then cover?
Because Monreal ain't a centre back.
But that proves how good Monreal technically.
They've got an awful lot of good players in that back line at Arsenal. They don't get enough credit. Arsenal, but I think
nothing wrong with that.
No, because we'll
go on.
Oh, Pickford. Pickford.
And don't give me the shit about Jordan Pickford, for fuck's sake, being an excellent keeper when he's a very good shot stopper.
He should have stayed at Sunderland, as we said it last week. He should have stayed at Sunderland. And then a few years, but honed his craft. Yeah.
Fucking mental. Same they did with Chris Kirkland.
Yep.
Playing no other than Coventry at the time.
Yeah.
But injury messed him up properly.
Well, Liverpool.
Liverpool.
I know. They signed. Vesterveld, wasn't it? Was it Sander Vesterveld? Time. Fucking Leighton Baines there, like a James Coleman. Again.
Oh, come on!
No.
They just don't give it, do they?
No, they
just give a fuck.
It's a lot harder to win free kicks on this.
Even legitimate penalties, I'm struggling. Rating A.
Oh, it's gone from ours. That would have been beautiful. They'll give that.
He's off. They'll give it for offside though.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Fucking believable.
Yeah, these Kirkland, they signed Vesterveld at the same time, didn't they? They've got 2 keepers.
Vesterveld proved to be a good keeper, but I just think I don't think he mixed with players very well.
Interesting.
I don't. Yeah, I
Which
get.
I always wore a hat.
I get that impression. Yurtsy. Yurtsy Dudeckerton.
That's what Sandro will do. I
I'm being
hope Wentworth is watching.
all over this.
I hope Wentworth is watching. Sandro is one hell of a striker. They talk about not having strikers. Sandro,
Well, he's just
as a
fit
blinder, lass. If they start using Sandro properly, I'm very
off the back of this performance that we said.
on the back of this. I mean, this is showing, if anything, that Wayne Rooney and Sandro can play very well as a duo up front. I hope Wentworth is watching this. Oi, Mr. Bates, are you watching, son?
Oh, for fuck's sake!
That's what you don't get at many of the football blogs, is the ability to weave Downton Abbey into modern day football.
Do you see what I mean? That when you put that post up and no one knew what the fuck you're talking about, but if you put a picture of Mr. Bates up instead and say that's Answorth, people will be like, oh yeah.
Yeah,
Or is it a case of nothing given?
No, he's flagged it. Flagged it for the dive. You conned in there. I did have an Everton fan message me on Twitter saying, "You fucking idiot! That's not David Answorth."
That's the effect you want.
Anyone watching, just Google Mr. Bates, Downton Abbey. He looks like David Answorth. I'm telling you. What's best? What's best sitcom or Downton to combine with football? Only Fools Tottenham. Golly. Only Fools and Horses with Tottenham. Tottenham are an interesting side, aren't they?
Yeah, well,
they are very.
Do you like it when people call Pochettino Mopo?
Oh, I'm not.
It grates on me.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
I don't like it. I think it's disrespectful.
Mopo is. It makes him sound like a Pokemon.
It's not on that, is it?
No, I'm
not keen about it. For fuck's sake!
Oh,
I'm just getting royally hard here. I'm not happy about it.
Really hard. Oh, what's Pickford doing? Pickford's had a mare there. That's not even Pickford. That's not even Pickford. Who's Leon?
Look, so jump on the Pickford.
Straight away.
Straight up. Young kid. He doesn't need this shit from you.
Jordan, I take it all back.
Oh, come off it.
Yes, George. So would that make Jordan Pickford jopey? I'm not having Mopo. I'm sorry.
I hear it all the time. I'm not happy with it.
Have you
Mopo? I'll accept Bojo. I think that's what it is for me. Bojo. It puts. It's yeah. It's not like a comedy dame.
Yeah.
I don't like
Thanks,
it.
Ref. Oh, what's Ref? Come on.
Thanks, Ref.
Come on, Ref. Again, we talked about it last week, but I'm reading more and more positive things. Back to Pickford. They know you can trust him. About Guillaume Blaggy, Bilbao. About his book, Inside Pochettino's Spurs. I've read a lot of positive stuff about that. I may have to check it out. Problem that I have is I don't tend to buy books when they come out because they're about 30 coins.
Yeah.
What's he saying? Not a fan of adults changing team names such as Spuds or Chelsea. Yeah. Well, being a United fan, we get an awful lot. Good tackle.
Unbelievable.
That was it. Good tackle. Won the ball.
It's BS, everyone.
He's getting hard. We get a lot of a certain section of the fans get very prissy when it comes to being Man U. They won't have it. They will not have it.
I want to replay a bit.
Yeah, but I'm hearing a lot of good things about this. Oh, you finally beaten the wall.
Yeah.
The wall.
Jesus, little fecky.
How's that a substitution?
I feel spent after that.
It's taking you a while, right?
Yeah. Taking me a while. I got there in the end. you spent. You still one away. It's 2-1 up.
It's a slight delay on the YouTube.
How far is it, friends? Who's going to go to the Champions League?
Yeah, can we talk about why? Can I throw it out there now? I know not everyone watches French football or whatever. However, and I put it up again on Instagram. If you don't recognise at this point that Edinson Cavani is the best centre forward in world football.
Oh, fuck off,
Pickford! Pickford is having an absolute blinder, yeah? No, I can't bring Leighton off. That's not after what I said about him.
You have to bring him on.
No, I can't. I can't do it.
Edinson Cavani.
He's done it again on Friday night. He just gets about and scores. That's literally all he does. He comes on, he scores.
I think he's wonderful. And
I'm unleashing backs. Get ready.
And Cavani's
the best striker in world football.
On form, yeah, I'd say so.
I keep saying striker and then changing it to centre forward because he's just so good.
He's
unbelievably talented.
I genuinely think that having little whippersnapper there has really upped his game.
Oh, unlucky Sands. Yeah, I think you're right there. You said that before, haven't you? Just Neymar has lit a fire.
And that's exactly the reaction you want. And I'm quite happy to see him with his big brassy balls saying I'm the big man. You know?
What's scary if you're another team, as in Liga or in the Champions League, and you've got to play against.
There's going to be a replay of this. Wayne fucking Rooney playing the fucking flute.
Cavani, result of a team playing to suit the centre forward. Why wouldn't you? It's true. Cavani is he's at the pinpoint of that attack. He's the figurehead in that team.
They bought him from what, Napoli?
Yes.
To be a step up from Napoli, his goal scoring record was absolutely sublime as well.
Well, if you're playing, say you draw PSG in the Champions League, what you've got to now consider is that they've got. We said about it before. Their striker, their three up front, which are going to play pretty much every game, are Mbappe. Oh, ref, thank you. Mbappe on one side, Neymar on the other, and Cavani through the middle. That is just unbelievable.
It's penetrative.
It's just I'm gonna let Wayne take this.
Yeah, letting Baines on it. Wayne's got that.
What's Rooney's rating? 84. Wayne's taking it. What's going on here, boys? Wayne. Selfish. Are we doing that again?
Yes, we're doing it again.
I'll resume it. No, restart. So you've got Mbappe, you've got Neymar, you've got Cavani. Then on the bench, from that, you've got Lucas, you've got Di Maria, you've got in midfield, you've got Rabiot, you've got Thiago Motta, you've got Dani Alves, who now, if you could, as a football manager, if you gave me the option of having Kyle Walker on a free, at his age, well, Dani Alves, but I had to pay 15 million. At his age, I'd still have Dani Alves. He's quality.
Absolutely.
You've got Verratti.
Verratti.
You've got.
Oh no, Neymar's out because he got red carded. Oh, it's okay. Bring Angel Di Maria in.
Yeah, just bring Di Maria in.
Beast it as well.
And he's back. He's going to be back now. Neymar. He served his ban because it was 2 yellows, so that's 1 game, isn't it? They're joyous to watch. They're absolutely joyous.
So, Champions League.
I genuinely, even though obviously United are in the Champions League, and I obviously want United to win, if it's all possible, which is not gonna. You would imagine that it's not gonna be. Steady yourself, son. Nerves got to him then. Who's that? Sigurdsson. That's the weight of his transfer fee weighing on his mind. Oh, hang on a minute. Should we have a pause?
10 percentile.
Bear with me. I'll be back.
You've got a long cable.
How long is your cable? And I can just.
How long is your cable?
What's your battery like on your iMac?
It's all good. It's fully charged.
We can unplug that, can we? So if I
tuck it into.
Have you got another one? And then, I'm going to get awfully close.
Oh, that's very unflattering.
Let me just stick it in. Now that should be.
Don't trust.
Computer.
Don't trust.
It's your phone.
I know.
And your computer. Don't trust.
Yeah, we're going to import everything.
Don't trust.
Don't trust.
What's happened here?
Just cancel it.
I do apologise for this. It's going to be just a bit of a break.
I can see that. Cancel all that.
I'm trying to cancel. It's not cancelling.
So, sit down.
I want to get back to
Yeah, that's fine.
They go back. Let me shut the door.
And considering the way PSG went out last season in the Champions League,
I'd love to see him.
by a beastly little Barcelona.
I'd love to see him do something in the Champions League this year because I do think that
Well,
they
that's
deserve.
what they're going for, isn't it?
Yeah, well, they deserve to because, again, the criticism is that Liga isn't that competitive. Now, I have this season. I focused more on Liga than probably any league other than the Premier League because that's sort of it's obvious. Being a Man United fan, you would focus on the Premier League over anything else. But I will watch if the choice is between a Liga game or a Premier League game. I'll be watching Liga. I will not be. Oh, what's he done there?
Robbed you blind, bro.
Ashley Williams, you did. Nicked it.
Robbed you blind. We should pick for gone.
And I chose. I don't know what Ashley Williams is playing.
That is typical.
That's
Ashley
imitating life.
That is typical. Ashley Williams in of defence. That.
Yeah. Ashley Williams it.
You just AW that right at the.
But yeah, this season I have actually chosen to watch.
I think you should give him a chance because you know what you're going to get from Man United unless Latan's playing, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, I'd love to see PSG win it. I think it would be nice. And also, we've said it on previous episodes, but people criticise the French league for not being competitive enough. Yeah, if you look at the semi-finalists and quarterfinal of the previous Champions Leagues, look at Monaco last season.
That's with a Kylian.
Oh, Red. Come on, Ref. No, he's never given a ref. The big
Barely give thousands with him.
No, they don't.
Blatant names.
Come on, Ash. Oh, he's trying to
do something.
He's trying to do so. He's trying to make up for his error.
Would you take Memphis to pay back?
Oh, no.
No?
Not. Again, look, if the question is, would you like a player of better quality in your side, then yes. However, it's not just that. It's Mourinho's there. It's a whole other thing. I think it'd be wasted again. We can't even get Martial and Rashford into the same squad. So if you had to pay in.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would.
We're big fan of Martial.
Oh yeah. He's great. But
How old is Martial, by the way?
He's 21, maybe.
Fucking hell.
Something like that. I
That's
think.
Insane.
If anyone can comment, yeah, Gorms, I'm looking at you. But Pickford's having a meh.
Hero to villain.
Oh, I'm happy.
Rafi.
I'm happy. I'm happy with that.
Drop the Rafi bomb on you.
Oh, I do love Raphael. He's one of my favourite United players ever, Raphael.
Very lovely. I
Um,
love Fabio as well.
yeah.
Love Fabio.
Oh,
Lovely chap.
But yeah, we've got so many wide players. I do love Martial, but I think that, again, Mourinho is correct in what he's saying. At the minute, he likes to have one of them run the defence ragged for 60 minutes or so, and then the other one come off the bench and finish him off almost. You know, it's working now. He's today said and hinted that he's going to start both of them against Benfica. Which would be interesting, but Benfica it's only going to be interesting depending on what Benfica do, because if they set up like last time, then it's going to be another frustrating game, and I'd rather.
That game's going to be frustrating. That's what they're going to do.
Yeah, it's either going to be.
Jesus. Oh well, that's a pillaging, wasn't it?
Oh. But yeah, no, I do quite like the strategy. I know a lot of United fans want to see both of them play, and that's true. And I think Mkhitaryan needs to have a break because he hasn't actually produced a goal scoring, created a goal scoring opportunity or created an assist or one or the other. Since August now, but he keeps playing.
But yeah, that goal he scored. So.
But it's
nowhere near better than Ollie Giroud.
No, I don't think Martial and Rashford starting the game may be the best option. I quite like. I don't see why they both have to. They're both playing.
Question.
Isn't it?
I've got a question for you.
Question. Yeah.
Question.
Tell me.
How do you feel about a bit of good news?
Yeah, let's have a bit of good news.
Do you fancy
fucking injured Wayne Rooney?
Because I can give you some good news.
I'm keeping him on.
Do you want some good news?
Yeah, I want some good news.
Should we start a little corner where we just play some good news?
Let's take a walk to Good News Corner.
So
just been there.
Schmooze over there. Just gonna jazz over there for a bit.
I forgot all about.
It is a corner.
I've got some good news stuff for Good News Corner that I haven't added to the running order. So let's see where you take us.
Well, I want to take you to Football Manager first of all.
Yes.
Exactly what I want to take you to. How's that? How's that for a start-up?
I do.
Football Manager's done something fantastically, bedded in an idea and a concept which, for kids and adults alike, I think is very important to do. And I think they're the first of its kind to actually do that before actual fucking football does it. And suggest that there are some generated players which are young and they are gay.
Yeah.
Which could be foreseen as overly politically correct. I think it's the right way of doing things in terms of making it normal, not normal, but making it put it in your thought pattern. So I think that's a useful thing overall.
Yeah, well,
because it is one of those things which
footballers are gay, aren't they?
Yeah, footballers are gay.
There's gay people in
gay football.
There's gay builders. There's gay librarians. It's bizarre that there's
gay people exist.
Yeah, basically. Gay people are it's like saying no one with red hair can play football. It's ridiculous. It's 2017.
So yeah, they've taken that step, which is a positive step.
Miles, the guy who created Football Manager and is behind it, said that they did it because it's just real life. There are going to be gay footballers, and some of those footballers, and he sort of said that they've done it to, like you said, normalise it in the eyes of football fans in general, so that they're come on, Calvin-Lewin, come on, Rooney's off. It's a lovely piece. It's a lovely piece of news.
I think Goldie's just gone with 3-prong attacks of yesteryear.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's given us. Oh, what's he doing?
Blackburn, Newcastle, Shearer. It is probably Chelsea, Drogba, Liverpool, Torres. It's building it around the striker. Yeah, it's true.
Build it, and they will come. Lukaku, Everton. Back onto Everton.
Back onto Everton.
Yeah.
Well, Lukaku is.
Lukaku. Do you think he gets enough credit? Lukaku. Do you think the fans are enjoying him as much as Mourinho wants them to enjoy?
Well, it's an interesting one because Lukaku got booed.
What? For what?
God knows, because people are fucking stupid.
Just do the chant again. I'm sure that'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. Just do the chant. I mean, the media again, they hyped up the comments because he said them on MUTV. So they're being like, oh, he criticises his own fans on, on the club's TV channel. Well, they're booing our top scorer because he hasn't scored in a few games. Yeah, the last two games. Yeah, well, and the last two games, he has got 2 assists.
Great assist as well.
Yeah, against
that left peg.
Huddersfield.
Jesus Christ.
Against Huddersfield, albeit, I mean, it was a shit result. But, it was a shit result, but he set up Rashford for our consolation. And again, this week, it was beautiful assist for Martial. Now, these United fans, they must have really short fucking memories because last season, Ibrahimovic started and was on fire, scoring all the time. He then went on something like a 10-game run, not scoring, but he was doing nothing as well. Like he literally was doing. Yes, Pickford. He was doing nothing for a while, and then all of a sudden, but now.
Do you remember when they came down really heavy on fucking Zlatan, and then he just absolutely beasted it and just went on that run?
Yeah, he did.
But look, who knew that football fans were fickle people?
It's ridiculous, isn't it? I don't understand the Lukaku stuff. I really don't, because, like I said, it's not like he's doing nothing. All right, he hasn't scored. The media haven't done it that well because they keep saying it in minutes, so it sounds worse than it is. They keep saying like Lukaku hasn't scored in 237 minutes or whatever it is, and it's just like 3 games.
What's your new?
Jose won't ever have the relationship with United fans that he has with Chelsea fans. Those that I know which are focused on his last season. Yeah. It's an interesting one. I think Jose. I agree in essence. I think that Jose already has the relationship he had with the Chelsea fans with a certain amount of the Man United support. I bloody love him. I think he's amazing, and I think he's the manager that should have replaced Alex Ferguson. To steady that ship after that era of dominance, let's be honest. There's only one man who could have walked into that club and just gone, what pressure? He would have just taken it on and just gone, what pressure? I don't feel any pressure. It's the only way that suits him. Should have steadied. Moyes came in and it ruined David Moyes, who I still think, again, I've actually spent, I've spent a good few weeks reading up about David Moyes behind the scenes at Everton and what he set up in his youth team, right from like under 7s. He set everything up. It was his club, everything all the way through. His scouting system, the way they did things was incredible. It worked at that time for that manager and that club. Mourinho is doing the same at United. He's got a certain way. He's got a swagger about him. He suits Old Trafford. You have to be a certain manager. David Moyes did not strike me as a man full of confidence.
But look,
he did
the
break
pressure there,
to play in front of 80,000 people week in, week out.
And Fergie watching you.
Yeah, Fergie watching. Whereas Mourinho would have come in and just been like, well, I'm going to do this. And he wouldn't have given a shit. And that's perfect. You needed a buffer. Yeah, maybe
Van Gaal.
Yeah, maybe Van Gaal. Maybe if
Van Gaal was just stabiliser.
Van Gaal did come in and he did do a lot more than people give him credit for.
Van Gaal as well stopped player power, I think.
Yeah.
And uprising. Because you wouldn't fuck with him now, would you?
No.
He's like an angry dad that's going to beat you. A bit like Fritzl.
A bit like Fritzl. Yeah, that's what we're going with.
Yeah.
But no, I do think that he's a certain. I do think there's a certain core of United fans now who, like myself, they just love him.
So it's a core of like Arsenal TV-esque sort of.
It's the core of. If we're using Arsenal, it's the equivalent of the Arsenal fans who, one, understand Mesut Ozil is a fucking brilliant footballer, and you should cherish every moment he plays for the club, and also understand that Wenger is a very good manager, doing a very good job, because not everyone can win the league all the time. I think that it's now time that they do
His FA Cup so good and shit.
Yeah, literally, it was won the FA Cup,
fucking,
and then it was what
have you done for me
like
lately?
a month late.
You don't buy me flowers anymore. It's the Premier League.
Yeah.
Do you think he's not trying for that year in, year out?
Yeah, exactly. He's still doing his. That's what he's trying to do. One
more game then. I think we can wrap it up then.
Sure, one more game.
Let's have one more game.
While we're having one more game, should we have a fantasy football?
I don't want to get into it because I had a really shit week and I made a really bad.
I
had a really bad last minute decision.
Everyone, what was your bad last minute decision? Like most people had a shit week this week.
My bad last minute decision was taking Harry Kane out.
Ancelotti at Old Trafford would be my nightmare. He's my favourite manager and reminds me of my dad. Do you know what? I've seen pictures of your old man and he does look a lot like him.
I've had daddy issues with a manager before, but I'm keen to get into that really.
Actually, I've forgotten something that I wanted to just do.
News?
No, I want to try something with Gormley. Gormley.
Oh, Gormley.
Ozil has talent, but something is wrong at Arsenal. Hazard was apparently lazy for Jose. He's now tracking back less, but is amazing. Ozil isn't tracking or detailing. It's true. We talk about this, though. I think that what makes Mesut Ozil brilliant, should we just do randoms?
Yeah, I'm stressful.
What are we doing? 3 and above?
Yeah. No, 4. 4 so. Yeah, you watch Bronco. What a dream. A dream weaver.
How did I get Stan West wrong? Love that you agree my late dad looks a little like Carl. He does. He looks, I've seen pictures, he does. Straight in?
Yeah, straight.
Gormley, before we get talking, can you try and do something for me? If you're on your phone, can you click the share button? Click share, and that should bring up share now, copy link, or share to group. You scroll up. Does it give you a list of your friends with the option to invite them into the chat? Can you just have a look and let me know? I keep meaning to ask. I've been literally meaning to ask you this for about 6 weeks.
A lot of sharing there.
Yeah, just
if
share.
I could turn back time.
West Brom.
If I could find a way.
Strasbourg.
Yeah. Cool, Strasbourg.
I hope I lose this, to be fair.
This is when they take all as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's the actual score? It's 3-2 to me, eh?
Yeah, so when it takes all.
Well, no, it's me. It's either I take all or we draw.
Yeah, the winner.
Oh, Foster.
What a Foster.
Yep. We'll send you a screenshot. Amazing. I'm now going to start asking people if they can invite some of their friends who like football into the chat.
That's to watch two grown men talk a bit of football.
It's interactive. It's interactive.
I'm knocking it. Appreciate it. Anyone who spends time watching us.
It's
and look, we want people to interact. You know, we want it.
Oh, Matty Phillips. Of course he can.
Strasbourg. what's happened is Luke's played this enough to beat me now, and I'm not happy about it.
I have. Should we just like full disclosure? Need FIFA Ramble audience WhatsApp group. I'm game.
Woo-hoo-hoo! That's why you're here, Gormley. That's why you're here.
I'm game for that. Yeah, if you could actually, Gormley, if you could, we'll link you in, mate. We'll link you in.
We'll sort you out.
We've got a little chat going. We'll link you into that. If you could, on that sharing list, see it. Oh, who was that? Donkey. It felt like it was Simon Piss in church. Yeah, just share it and just invite people who you think would be interested.
So if you can get that means share.
Share. I can't help it. But yeah, no, we will certainly link you into our little FIFA Ramble Twitter DM group.
Because basically what we do is we just spot whatever tickles our fun bum.
Yeah, anything that we fancy sharing or whatever, we just add it in. Oh, 1-1.
When it takes it all.
Strasbourg.
What was your good news column about?
It was the latest additions to Juan Mata's common goal.
Which are?
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. I got a picture on my phone. The latest was Shinji Kagawa. Shinji Kagawa.
Which Shinji's playing where now?
He's still at Dortmund. He's
I was just trying to throw it off and remember that fake one of him joining
Stoke. And I thought he had.
And you wouldn't have been surprised by that? Oh, lovely ball.
Matt Phillips. Offside. He's offside.
That was through an eye of a needle.
That deserved a goal. I'm sorry, that ball was beautiful.
It was lovely, but it was offside and no rules.
You don't make the rules.
I don't make the rules, I just follow them.
You don't make the rules, Matt Phillips. He just doesn't break them like you. Matt Phillips is an interesting man. Oh, do you know what actually I wanted to bring up?
Beast of the season. So San Antonio. Which
ties in actually to Kagawa. But yeah, Kagawa's joined common goal. There's a few now. Do you know who else has joined it? Nagelsmann.
Was that a save?
What? No. Krakowiak.
Strasbourg.
Did I get that right? Can I finally say Krakowiak?
You can.
I didn't even need to spell that out.
Krakowiak.
Yeah, there's quite a lot now involved in the common goal, which is beautiful.
Small thing.
I've invited you in here to see what they see in the invite. I've invited you in. Oh, yeah, okay. As I keep mentioning, I've nearly finished my book on scouting now, because I don't get enough time to read. I know that I literally cram so much into my hours.
5 a.m.
Yeah, I'm awake for about 19 hours a day, if not, more. And I try and cram in as much into my days as I possibly can do. But I don't have as much time as I would like to read. I read every single night. No. I get it. I read every night in bed, but I don't read as much. Not enough in the common goal. Why isn't there hundreds? That's true. There should be hundreds.
Jesus, God, it's a good start. Back off. Never bloody happy are you?
There should be more, especially from the Premier League.
Tell me that's not a positive thing in a modern game. Tell me it's not a great start to do. I understand it's a drop in the ocean, but what isn't nowadays? Charity.
Every time a player gets involved in that, it's lovely. What I like, and hasn't been seen, well, not that I've read anyway, was that Juan Mata started saying he was going to make his 11. Yeah?
Yeah.
That's what it was. It was going to be 11 players. He's gone way past that.
For one common goal.
He has gone past that. And some of the players that are
Go on, mate.
involved.
No, I want more.
No, I want more. It's true. He wants more. He just wants to
Go on, mate. Would you give, what is it, 1%?
1%.
1% of your wages?
So
Right now?
Matter.
To Juan Mata. He's going to pocket it, rest it in his account. I want to hear this.
Matter, honorary MBE. Do you know what?
1% every week or every month?
Eh?
Is it every paycheck
I think
footballers get?
I believe
That's 1% every week, yeah?
it's 1% of the annual salary.
Right, okay.
So yeah, that would then be just if it's 1% of their annual salary, I believe. Oh, Ben Foster, you useless turd.
Now you're talking.
I do.
Useless turd.
Yes, for his services to Chelsea. Juan Mata in a Chelsea shirt produced one of my favourite Man United moments, weirdly enough. When we played Chelsea at the Bridge, I believe it was the same game that Hernandez scored twice. I think it was 3-3, maybe 2-2. I can't really remember the full score now. But Juan Mata was still playing for Chelsea, and he had a free kick just outside the box. What's he doing? And he hit it in the top corner, as perfect as you can hit a free kick.
Remember that.
Where Ronaldo hit it against Pompey, and David James did that thing where the wall had to go at him, and he just went, "What the fuck do you want me to do about it? I can't." It was as perfect placement as that, Juan Mata's free kick, and De Gea saved it. And I remember sitting in the living room watching it, being speechless that he'd managed to reach it. And it was at that minute
everyone thought it was in.
The tide sort of turned for De Gea. Again, that small group of United fans knew that how world class David De Gea was and could be. Everyone thought that free kick was going in.
The fickle nature of football player. Oh, the Pulis. Look at him.
Human. And I don't blame him. This all happened because of bloody Matt Phillips being unable to stay on side. That was the start.
Oh, he's jumped in there.
Oh, that deserved a goal.
Wild and free then.
But yeah, everyone thought that free kick was in, and De Gea managed to reach it.
You always seem surprised by how fickle football fans are.
It depresses me. Well, it doesn't depress me, that's not true. It annoys me. This is ludicrous. Matt scored an unbelievable volley later on than he did. That was one hell of a game, that was. Oh, I got Gareth Barry playing. No wonder we're losing. Oh, PSG have got, Man United have got Carrick. PSG have got Motta. Fucking West Brom got Gareth Barry. What's that about? That's probably Jay Rodriguez, isn't it? Oh, you just press start, don't you? I'm making a quick 7. That was one hell of a game, that 3-0. Nice little story this week. Not for Good News Corner, just a little. Patrice Evra has done, I believe, it was an interview, I believe it was for like one of the French papers, maybe. Never go West Brom. This is a treat, yeah. Saying about his time at United, and he recounted a story of when United got beaten 4-1 by Liverpool at Old Trafford. Everyone remembers the game. That's the Chadley's coming on. And at the end of the game, he said that all the United fans were cheering and singing United songs. And he said that Ferguson came into the dressing room after with a big smile on his face and said, "Did you hear him? Did you hear him singing for you? Did you hear him still chanting for you after that? Still singing?" And he said, like, he looked around the dressing room and looked at him and went, let's win the league for him, shall we? And walked out. And that was the time. That was the year that we beat Liverpool to win the league. They came second in Benitez's last year as manager. I think I saw it was a lovely little story. I like Rafa. He's a great manager. He's a great manager. Read a nice little story about him as well today, about Alan Carr's dad.
Who's?
Graham Carr, and the coach at Newcastle.
Yeah.
Oh, the ex-head scout at Newcastle. Apparently, he was given complete control over the transfers. Him and because he managed to find so many cheap players with a lot of sell-on value. No, they're offsides. They can't fucking stay outside. This is worse than. It's like I've got Inzaghi and Chicharito up front.
Born offside.
Yeah, born off front. But yeah. That was good. I enjoyed that.
What's going on? That's good. Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, I think.
Should we sign off?
I think we're done. Yeah, no one really had a good. Fucking Kevin Kennedy still manages. Let's have a good game. Your son is captain.
Oh, what the hell? How many points did you get?
I've got 31 so far. I've got Richie and Elliott playing now.
You Aguero did
but I got Lukaku as vice. Always captain Aguero. I'm sorry, but it works out about 9 times out of 10.
When he plays.
It's still 0-0 Burnley Newcastle.
I took Harry Kane out.
I took Kane out for Lacazette. Never does anything. I took Vardy out last week to bring Aguero back in. And Aguero did score. And then this week, fucking Kane gets injured. They bring Lacazette in. He does nothing.
Think it's a precaution, or I think he's actually a bit cropped for a couple of weeks?
No, this talk he'll be back tomorrow. Or Wednesday even. They say it was a slight strain. Basically, from what I can gather, Pochettino has just decided that progressing further in the Champions League is more of a priority than a one-game Premier League match, albeit the size of it and whatever.
Well, then,
which I agree with.
You lovely folks.
Thanks for tuning in.
Saurus, nice one.
We will be back next week. Keep an eye on the Calhoun Review YouTube channel, which
we're on now. If you're on Facebook, check it out.
Yeah, we're on there now. We're live on there now. So if you're on Facebook, check it out. If you're on Facebook, you're gonna get a link.
We're gonna leave it there.
You're gonna go. Hang on. Wait there. There you go. But yeah, we'll be back next week. It's thanks for getting involved. As always, much appreciated. There's the YouTube channel there. So if you go click that link and subscribe to our channel,
you can see all of our videos, every single bloody one of them.
There's loads. This is 15, but I think there's more than that.
There's more because there's 13.1.
There's 3. There's 13. Yeah, there's a few. There's the one that I wasn't in when they did their FIFA 18 review.
Yeah.
There's loads. There's also, you can see me dicking around in the trees doing Go Ape with my missus. Which, who doesn't want to see that? So yeah, check it out. There probably might be one tomorrow, I reckon. Maybe.
Dicking around in trees?
No, more than dicking around at people's houses with my kids.
Yeah, we'll do that. We're going trick-or-treating.
We're going trick-or-treating tomorrow. So yeah, stay tuned. We'll be back next week.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween. Yeah.
Finish that there. Goodbye. And finish you bloody lovely people. Adios.
See you later.